Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our friends tuning in from around the world. I'm your host Aakash and I welcome you back to yet another episode of the Boys Café. Before we discuss anything, a big thank you to all our listeners, to all our friends who have supported us. We have reached the finals for the Football Content Awards and this wouldn't have been possible without your help, without your support. We have received a lot of love from the community and please keep supporting us, loving us like you have been in the last 6 months. We are nothing without your support, and while we say this, please help us reach around 850 subscribers as well. We are very close to 800 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button right now. Personally, it was a very good week for me. I was on a wildcard. I had Kane captain. It paid off to an extent, but could have had more. There was no Sean substitution that happened in that game. But even as a content creator, it was a very good week for us because one of the differentials that we suggested was Heung-min Sean, and we all saw what he did. Moving on, we are in the international break, and those who are on the wildcard, they have around 12 days of tinkering to do. So we thought, why not make a video and help the wildcarders with an ultimate wildcard draft yet again. So without wasting more time, let's just get started. So the first thing that we want to show you is the image that was shared by FPL Focal yesterday. And what we see here is basically the fixture difficulty matrix that was created by him and the teams rated as per the ease of the fixtures that they have. So Leicester have the easiest set of fixtures from game week 9 to game week 30, followed by Fulham, followed by Bournemouth, followed by Aston Villa. Now we can't just suggest players from Fulham, Bournemouth, Villa because there has to be a common sense that has to go behind all this, right? So while Leicester has the easy set of fixtures going forward, but we can't just buy their defense because we know how bad the defense has been till now. So there has to be a little bit of thinking before buying the players from these teams. So the teams to target going forward are Leicester, Chelsea. From defensive point of view, they can be a very good team. Crystal Palace have a good run from game week 10 to game week 13. And then we have to rotate between the premiums of the different teams, right? We can't just have KDB and let him be in the team till game week 13. We have to rotate. We can get off KDB. We can get in Salah maybe this week. Game week 9 is a good week for Salah. He loves playing against Brighton. Then we can maybe move on to Sean when there is an easier fixer. Maybe Sterling in that case. So this is the idea that we wanted to give you before starting the wildcard team that we have come across. All credit here goes to FPL Focal because of the image shared by him. So let's just start with the team that we have for you. The first player that we have in the team is Nick Pope, 30 saves already, highest by a keeper this season, averaging around 6 points per game. We feel he's a set and forget keeper until the World Cup. The fixtures aren't that tough going forward, but even if the fixtures are tough, those are the games that Nick Pope gives you like 9-10 pointers because of the saves that he gets. So just bring Nick Pope in and he's a set and forget keeper. There has been a little discussion about Gaitia, but we wouldn't go there because we feel Palace aren't the same defensive team as they were last season. We feel the focus has shifted more towards the attack because of the goals, more goals coming, but they are conceding and they aren't as solid even in Selhurst Park. So we wouldn't go there. We feel Nick Pope is the best keeper. First defensive asset that we will own is Cancelo. The last 3 games has just showed why we were so bullish on Cancelo. 23 points in the last 3 games. Plays for the best defensive team in the league with the least expected goal conceded this season as well. So if there is one set and forget keeper for the whole season, it will be Joao Cancelo. The second one is Trippier, averaging around 5 points per game. He's on set pieces as well. He got us 5 points last game. Could have been 14 if that free kick went in instead of hitting the post. He is one of the best free kick takers alongside James Ward-Prowse in the league. So there we go. So first for creativity amongst all the defenders. He is on 4 bonus points as well because of the position he takes up front. So along with the points that we mentioned for Nick Pope defensively, there is a huge upside that Trippier has because of the attacking potential that he has as well. The third one is the best attacking prospect from Chelsea. It is James. Good form, good fixtures coming forward. He has around 2 attacking returns in the 5 games he's played, 3 returns overall. And we all know about the new manager bounce. So Potter coming in should help Chelsea defensively. So we have no plan on selling James anytime soon. We'll keep him in the team and we'll see how things go. The first midfield asset that we'll own on a wildcard this week would be Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king. Thiago is back, Matip is back, which helped Liverpool a lot when they played the Champions League game. They were really attacking. Salah was taking a lot of good positions because they have a tough run of games in the next 2 or 3 games. Those are the games that Salah loves because of the counter-attacking prospect that he has, right? So things look good for Salah. Also, Salah loves playing against Brighton. He has 3 goals, 3 assists in the last 5 games against Brighton. So we wouldn't want to miss out on a haul that is due soon. The second midfielder that we'll get is Maddison. Probably the best run of games. He has Forest in game week 9, followed by Bournemouth, followed by Crystal Palace at home. The thing to note here is that Maddison has scored 33% of the goals that Leicester have scored this season when he has started, right? So he is the central part of that Leicester team, Leicester attack, in the way that they play. Another thing to note is that Maddison is a streaky player and he is in a good run of form currently. He's playing in a very advanced role as well. He's on set pieces as well. Very good free kick taker. So we feel Maddison should be good enough for the next 5 fixtures at least in your teams. The third one will be Zaha. A lot has been talked about him in the community and he is in our wildcards as well. Probably if you want to wait 1 week, that should be fine as well. But if we are wildcarding, we wouldn't want to book a transfer in advance, right? So he has a great run from game week 10 when he plays Leeds and then followed by Leicester, he has Bournemouth, Forest as well. He's in a great run of form at the moment as well, playing as a second striker or almost as a striker in some of the games. And then the added advantage of being on penalties. So if you're looking for a 7.5 million midfielder in your teams, Zaha should be the one. The bargain of the season, like we have been saying since the start, Martinelli will again make the cut for our teams. So we know he has a tough run of games going forward, but these are the games that Martinelli should thrive upon, right? Because he is a counter-attacking player along with Saka on the other flank. So if you have Martinelli in your teams already, start him against Spurs. He should do well against in that game. If you are on wildcard as well, bring Martinelli in. Let him be in the team. 6 to 6.5 million investment on Martinelli is very less, we would say. Very, very less. He's also first for threat amongst all the midfielders. So he is in a great space at the moment. We wouldn't want to miss out on a haul. Erling Haaland is his name. Top for goals, top for expected goals, top for expected goal involvement in the 90 minutes. Plays for the best attacking team in the league. We wouldn't want to comment any further. The next player that we have might be a bit of a surprise. Patson Daka. 2 starts in the last 2 games. Great run of fixtures, like we said, for Maddison as well. And he has a great record for Leicester whenever he starts, right? So we feel that Wadi isn't expected to start all the games in 90 minutes. And if you're looking for a striker in around 6 million, Patson Daka should be the one because of the easy run of fixtures and because of the attacking style that Leicester has. If you're not convinced by Daka enough, Solanke from Bournemouth should be a good alternative because Bournemouth have a good run of fixtures as well. The 11th player in the wildcard would be Mitrovic, averaging around 6 points per game already this season. 6 goals in 7 games, second best in the league. Third for expected goals in the league as well. And he absolutely loves playing home games, as do Fulham. And Fulham have 4 home games in the next 6 games. You wouldn't want to miss out on that run. Just get him in, he's the best striker apart from Haaland in your team to get. We had Ward in the last wildcard, but we have replaced him with Iverson because we feel it's better to save on that 0.1 million. He is and will be a backup keeper. We wouldn't prefer playing him over Nick Pope and in any of the games going forward. So he is the best backup keeper to have. Leicester have a good run of fixtures as well. Ward hasn't been performing well. If Iverson gets a start, that would be an added advantage, but he's just like a backup keeper. He's the best person to have in your team. The next defender that we have in the wildcard on the bench currently is Walker Peters. Southampton are doing good defensively. They haven't conceded more than 1 goal in the last 3 or 4 games that they have played. They have been looking solid defensively. They are in the top 10 for expected goal conceded as well. And if you're looking for a defender in that 4.5 million, Walker Peters, because of the attacking threat that he has and a good run of fixtures for Southampton, he should be in the lookout and the watch list for a lot of managers going forward. The next enabler that we have in the team is Leon Bailey. Great run of fixtures for Southampton. Plays Leeds next, then followed by Nottingham Forest. They both have conceded 27 goals amongst them. So if you are looking to bring in an enabler around 4.7 million, we would prefer going for Bailey more than someone like an Andreas because Andreas is off set pieces as well. We saw that Villan is taking the corners. So Leon Bailey would be the 5th midfielder in our teams. A player that we have recently loved owning, Patterson. I have had him personally since the start of the season. I had him when he was 4, now he's 4.1 million. He has given me 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games. Everton have looked great defensively. They have improved a lot, especially at home. They aren't conceding a lot of goals. They aren't conceding a lot of chances. Even though Pickford was injured, a lot of talk was there in the community that because Pickford is injured, there might be a lot of goals that Everton concede. Nothing like that. They are a good defensive because of the good centre backs that they have as well. So Patterson currently is a much better asset to own rather than a Nico Williams or an Emerson per se. That is it from the Wildcard video. We hope this video helped you a lot in making your decisions for the Wildcard team. There will be another Wildcard draft that will be coming next week, maybe mid next week, through the Voice of the Boys. And if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, please like, subscribe and comment to our video. It would help us grow. Please help us reach around 850 subscribers. Thank you and goodbye.